I'm asthmatic. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Oxlade from Africa on set with Gaffer for the 100. Powered by Comey. Stay tuned. There's a high probability I'll be a pundit, football pundit. I'm a football historian. I love the game. The game loves me. The game has healed me a couple of times. The remontada between Barcelona and PSG. Greatest moment in history of humanity. I could be a dancer because I started off as a dancer. I could be an actor. You never know. Catch me soon in Hollywood. Pantomime, contemporary, Afrobeats, hip hop, pop, rock, crump, name it. I'm a Catalan. I'm a color. Forza Barca. The best stage I ever performed on is that core arena. Madness. The velocity of noise was shaking my legs. Call my grandma. She reminds me that I'm the greatest to ever do it. And I give them a show of their lives. I'm a cat guy. I'm shy as fuck. As crazy as it sounds, Drake and K-Dot on the same song. I hold the hook. They don't need to worry about it. Becoming Oxlade, man. You know how long it took? You know how hard it took me to become who I is. Becoming who I aspire to be, outdoing who I aspire to become, and targeting myself as one of the greatest to ever do it, which I would eventually become. It's a proud moment still. ASAP Rocky. No brainer, definitely Flacco. Michael Jackson, Osama bin Laden. I just want to know why. And lastly, Pele. I wanted to understand if he would outdo the strikers in our time. Breakthrough in Lagos was the first time anybody ever added me on Twitter. Like the first time anybody ever mentioned about me, that was Mami Wata. Breakthrough in the UK was the first time I saw someone at me on Instagram listening to Wait For You featuring Malvito. Breakthrough in the whole like global sense was the first time, for me, it was the first time Drake ever added me. And like breakthrough generally was when I saw my multiple plaques for Colosa, when I knew I arrived in the scenes. Get me. Everything that exists inspires me, so I'm not wishing to even create anything that anybody ever created. I create what God wants me to create. Inhalers. I'm asthmatic. I'm sorry. Not sorry. My Riz. It's scary. Don't play. And I promise you, if you've been watching this session, I'm not even capping, like for real. But it is what it is. Why did you kill Jesus? Why? From tour, Messi winning the World Cup, like football won, and I had to win that day. I gave them the show of my life. I was in Australia. I'll be an athlete, like I'll be a sprinter, 100, 200, because I'm so good at that. I'm fast. My heart, it's priceless. Can't buy it. Don't perform under pressure. Perform like it's your last. Perform like you're literally in front of your guys. And trust me, you're gonna be on your most optimal primest. You're gonna be a kid on the stage. You're gonna have the show of your life, and you're gonna have fun doing it. Ego is low self-esteem. Vulnerability is the biggest strength you could ever have. I sell water. You can't live without that. Priority. Priority stores. You need me to survive. Chronology by Chronix. It's a classic of all time. I could say Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, but somebody said it already. I want to be cliche. I'm one of one. Goal by a player.
Yeah.
Messi versus Bayern Munich. The Boateng fall. Timeless. Me getting the nod, me getting the go ahead that my debut album was gonna drop this year. Trust me. After 6 years of grind, 6 years of like putting in the efforts, me realizing I'm about to drop my debut album. Trust me. It's just like they told my dad I was about to be born. That feeling is timeless. It's different. I've not been to the concert, but like seeing it digitally just made me realize I could be as great as I want to. Every single show Michael Jackson ever did. African food, man. It goes as wide as anything African. Amala, we do jollof rice, bread and beans, like anything from Africa. Trust me. Even Ghana jollof, like trust me. Yeah, anything African, I'll eat it. 0 ads. Pay me the bills, I'll put you on. Yo, like for real though. For real though. 0 ads, I'll cheer. Give me the guap. And see my promo. Right now, Ozema. It's so crazy. I like it. Sounds me up. Game of Thrones? That's the greatest. It's a series, but like I'll still categorize it as a film. Professor X? Football documentaries. The name of one. Where he was misunderstood. Where he really showed us who he really was. It's on Netflix. You should go enjoy it. Neymar is my favorite footballer of all time. So yeah. Intimate shows. Dinner parties. Because I have a girl that likes bowling. If I go at karaoke, it's regarded as a show off. Books that have films. Mission Star African food. If I'm gonna lose that match, I don't want to go there. Like that's the very reason why I've not gone to the El Clasico yet. But like I feel like the only time I'll go to a Clasico is when Camp Nou is ready. But low key, watch it at home with my boys where I banter anybody. Like, trust me, you don't want to see me winning. I'm a bully. A balance of both, you know. You can't chat to me that you know sports if you don't play sports. A bat, night out, midnight crew, bolognese. I think that's pasta. Passenger. I'm trying to drive shit. None. Real life. I'm a real life guy. With music here, I felt like I had no choice. I was born into a musically inclined family. My grandma gave birth to 5 kids. My mom being the firstborn, she died when I was 3. 4 extra boys, musically inclined. One is a pastor, one is still a gospel minister. Majority of them are into music. One is a producer. It was inevitable for me not to want to do music or not to fall in love with music. Music for me is muscle memory. Music for me is a way of life. Music is intertwined with my history, my development. And me decided to be an artist, even though it wasn't an easy decision, even though my grandma was a bit scared. Eventually worked out for the boys, so like I'm grateful I followed my heart. From secondary school, I started off as a rapper and I was singing in the church, but singing wasn't for the secondary school because you didn't want to be caught amongst the moist boys. So you had to keep it gangster. So I learnt lyricism in the school, I learnt melodies in the church, and that is what like birthed and developed who I am today. I feel like both in the church and in the secondary school, the receptions really like triggered, my confidence. That's what I'll say. So from the developmental sides and developmental phase of my career was when I realized that, I can impact lives with my music. My grandpa lost his best friend the same day I was born, so his best friend was British, and he decided to give me the name in memory of like his best friend, and that's how Oxlade got birthed. I named myself Oxlade like in terms of music because it was the only name I had that nobody could actually steal. It was authentic, it was real, it wasn't fake, it wasn't from a fiction, it wasn't like I connected like six of my names together. It was real. It was one of my names. And if you know something about like the Yoruba tribe, they bombard their kids with names. So yeah, that's how Oxlade just came in handy. The song was the last song I recorded on the Oxygen EP. I recorded it cranky. I was mad. Like I was like, why are you stressing me? I already did the entire EP. What else do you want from me? And shouts to Sparks. It's more like the Quincy Jones to my Michael Jackson. He made sure I recorded the song by Fire by Force. And they made sure they made it the single of the EP. And, even though I wasn't in support of it, I learned the power of teamwork from that record. So, having Drake co-sign it, having the song go global, even in a pandemic without any physical promo, just made me realize that I was born for this shit. I'm so inspired in Accra. Accra is like, I don't know why. Ghana just makes me feel inspired. When I go to Labadi and like I'm back late, trust me, I'll sing to Jesus and he will hear me. I just feel like, that area is so inspirational for me. Um, I've made music in countries like Nairobi, with the Jabba Jews. It was different. Shouts to Southie Soul. That's like one of the biggest African groups to ever come out in my generation. You know, I made music in South Africa, Cape Town, Joburg. I made music in Australia. I made music in Paris. I make music literally everywhere I've ever been, you know? So I feel like the soil inspires my energy and my chi to make music. So anywhere I am and I don't make music, I'm not meant to be there. The entire Australia, everywhere in Australia. The fact that it took me 24 hours to get there, I was like, who's gonna know this? Who's gonna know my music? And it happened to be like every city down to Bali, New Zealand, every city knew my music. It was strange to me how far your music can travel. I feel like every song I ever made is not fictional, so it comes from reality, it comes from emotions, it comes from phases I experienced. Trust me, you can hear it by the song. I'm not trying to fool you. That record is real. I can't even lie. It's unfair to me because like a lot of artists sell emotions. I can't even sell it because like I sell experiences. You know, Intoxicated featuring Dave. You dead ass knew my heart was broken. You dead ass knew that. Like, Colossa, you knew I was telling someone I'm a clingy guy. Pull up on me. What you saying? So like every single song has its experience and its reality. So I can't really say I'm trying to sell any emotion. It is who I am. From the onset, what made me different from everybody was the freshness and the truthfulness about my music. I've never tried to jump on any trend. I would never jump on any trend. I create my own trends. So it's like, I'm having fun creating this music, and I'm also distincting myself from the rest. So it's like I'm just getting paid being myself through music. So it's never been any. I didn't try farms anybody. I did my thing. Africa is a very powerful continent. I feel like the evolution of humanity itself has a lot to do with Africa. Like I was taught that evolution started in Africa, even though we're not even evolving anymore. But like I was told, evolution started in Africa. The Egyptians helped the Israelites do a lot of things, and they were Africans. And Africa might be, or I would say, according to my opinion, Africa is the strongest continent. Only if we came together in one accord, it would be like the strongest race ever. But me doing this album is just to make every African out there realize that Africa is the new cool. Like, being African is a flex. Being black is a flex. My name is Oxlade from Africa. This is the music I grew up listening to. And this is the music I'm producing to you guys now. Afrobeats is beyond the music. Afrobeats is the banter, the fashion, the steez, the food, everything. I am Afrobeat. Afrobeat is an identity. Afrobeat is a movement. That's all I'm trying to preach. There's a guy called Beam, Peam. I feel like a lot of people don't know how talented that guy is. He's one of my goats. There's a long list of artists I could put on from my ends. Lagos, Nigeria, or even Nigeria generally. There's Spy Shita, there's Brown Joel. There's a guy called Fall on this. There's Bad Boy OML. It's a long list, man. Like, if you want to listen to new African music, just come to my Instagram story. I put you on to good music every day. It doesn't even need to be my music. There are bare legends from Africa. There's Flavor Nabanya that you don't even know. There's like Wande Cole. There's Fali Pupa. There's a long list. There's Nasty C. See, the rest half of your lives, come listen to African music. Not even just Afrobeats, African music. Trust me, your life is going to change. Ayefele, like Basuma, K1 The Ultimate. These are artists that you might never hear except you watch this show. Please. As hostile as we are, we might be one of the most talented race or set of people to ever exist on this earth. Trust me, poverty inspires people. Poverty has triggered a lot of talents from Nigeria. And regardless of how you see us, there's still good people in my country. There's still genuine people in my country. Come learn from Africa, come learn from Nigeria. You have the best food. Don't play, but you will learn. My dream boy band, the lead singer, Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars, Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar, Fela and Nicola Kuti. Imagine how that sounds. That'd be crazy. I know, but it would be the greatest songs of our lives. I promise you. I might be a little bit selfish, but okay. So you might have to play the entire album for this person.